Let's go over our definition. What is an adjective? No, an adjective is a word that describes a noun. An adjective is a word that describes a noun. Adjectives are describing words. They give us a picture of the noun. Okay? Yeah, but that's not. Okay. All right, so I have some nouns here. Let's go ahead and give some adjectives for these nouns. So I have burger. What are some adjectives I can use to describe the burger? Okay, Mariah? Adjectives to describe the burger? Big. Okay, and good. The burger was big and it tasted good. Okay, marker. Adjectives to describe marker. You can say smooth, the marker wrote smooth. I mean, the colored smooth. Okay. Telling us what the marker looks like. Red, yeah, color. We can give the color. All right, cake. Adjectives to describe cake.
Chocolate cake.
I'm gonna say chocolate. That's giving us the flavor. And what else can we describe our cake? Yellow. It was yellow and it had and it was chocolate. Huh? Oh, yummy. Oh. Street in your mind. Next we have dog. What are adjectives to describe dog? Soft and big. Okay. Adjectives to describe Tuesday. There's only one category we can. Well, we're talking about more weather. Rainy. Yep. Okay, and ring. Adjectives to describe ring. Shiny. Big. Yeah, that'll be the shiny. All right, good. So the tomorrow's test, this is what we'll have to do. We'll have to give nouns for the adjectives, and you also have to know your definition. An adjective is a word that describes a noun. Please don't give me a definition that's not something that I said. An adjective is a word that describes a noun. This is what we'll have on the test fund tomorrow, okay? All right, let's go ahead and move on to your math lesson for today. All right, so we learned how to divide a set. I have 7 here. Can someone come and show us how to divide the 7 here? Okay, go ahead, Kelly. This is what we have.
Oh, go on. And go on the zone.
Yeah.
No, we never made for that. So I have to do this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to best because I just like really.
Okay, well, you draw the one, but okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we would put 7, that would make it uneven, so we put 7 here. So 1/2 of 7 is how many you have on each side? So put 3 with the remainder, or how many do you have remaining? One, so 3R1. No, put like 3 and then the letter R and then 1.
Put a letter for. I haven't gotten it.
Yeah. 3R1. All right, good. I'm gonna put another one. All right, let's do it with the number 10. Then Ryan coming to us how we're gonna split. Let's be close. Que le pone more space. That's more than clear. Sound that again? So split it, it's supposed to be coming at the drawing. Okay, so we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many do we have on each side?
5.
So 1/2 of 10 is.
5.
We have no extras. It was evenly split.
I like this.
Okay, let's do one more.
0.
Okay, let's do 13. Okay, Faith. No, pass this way. What are you? Wait, push your desk over. Can they push yours over a little bit? That's good. Okay, now you should maybe pass.
Yeah. Where are you going? You don't have to run. You like to. I think I know what you do. I think you put 3, but. Karma. The marker's not working.
Okay, well, then you're gonna push hard. I know.
I'm trying. I'm right in front of it. Yeah, it worked. I pushed it down.
That's
Told me to do it.
it.
Don't even left.
Yeah, because you push it down. Have to use the other one.
Yeah, that's why we play with. Wait, hey, don't just do good. I'm not. And don't say that. Hold still. Don't close the door. In me. That was weird.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can still keep going. You need 13, so put 11. And then 12. Now 13 is an extra, so you're gonna put that, because if you try to put the 1, it'll be uneven. So put the extra right here. So 1/2 of 13. No, 13, put the number 13. Okay, how many did you have on each side? On each side, how many you had total on one side? On one side? Count them. No, on one side. Count it again. Count all the circles you have on one side. 6. So 1/2 of 13 is 6, and put an R. No, the letter R with the remainder of 1. Because you have 1 extra, because 1/2 of 13 is 6 with the 1 extra. All right, good.
Under my hand. It's so good.
All right, let's go ahead and look at. All right, let's practice spelling some time. All right. All right, what time would it be? Okay, Carson.
3.
3:35. So if I am in bed sleeping, would it be AM or PM? AM at 3:30 in the morning and I'm sleeping. All right.
No, she said. No, I said it right. She knew.
All right, next one. Okay, Araya. Hey, hands are backwards. 11 is the hour, but what's your minutes? 11:20. If I'm about to go to bed, would it be AM or PM? PM, evening. What? Okay, Kenley, what time? 8:10, we just got to school, it'll be AM or PM. Yeah, no. Damn. Alright, let's work these facts out. Kenley, first one, 44 minus 18. Online, y'all can work them in your book.
Okay, take 12. Well, you take 4 away from 8. So you take away 4. And add 1. And she might have an 8. Yeah. No, wait, if she can go. From state. Wait, what is that? And make it what you had. 36. 36.
So 4 minus 8, can't do that. So we take 10 from 44, becomes 34, add that 10 and 4, 14 minus 8 is 6, 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1.
3. I would still look it up. 4. 3 minus 1 equals 2. 3 minus 1. Okay. Wait, so. Already?
Yeah, okay, all right, 71 minus 39, you gonna laugh. Yeah, stop.
No.
Come on, baby.
My bad. Oh my stuff.
Okay, well, go to the next page, you know? So I'm gonna know what to do about that. Up. That's 9? No. 11 minus 9 is not 1.
Sure. Two. Yes. Oh, Stand down next. Just
Okay, so then 6 minus 3.
Oh. I know.
Okay, so 11 minus one, well, 1 minus 9 can't do that. Take 10 from 71, it becomes 61, add the 10 to 11. 11 minus 9 is 2, 6 minus 3 is 3. Okay, all right. Okay. Give it here. Give it here.
Probably about 2.
You got it?
Okay, that's just 2 more. 82. What? Yeah, people be calling me Amino. That's what.
Oh, come on. Okay, so 2 minus 8 can't, so we take 10 from now, becomes 82. Add that 10 to 2, 12 minus 8 is 4, 8 minus 5 is 3. All right, last one, part is 58. Yeah, mhm.
Is everywhere on 12? I wonder where we gone from. Yeah, wait, what's on? I was going.
So 3 plus 8 plus 10, good. All right, last week we'll discuss, we'll talk about what's called estimating. Yeah. I'm about to explain it. Okay, so this is what the word estimating looks like. And estimating is just a big word for guess. Okay, like when you estimate something, you're guessing. You won't be exact. Now you want to make sure whatever you're guessing, like it makes sense, right? You don't want to say, okay, guys, guess how much this costs in the store. You don't want to say like $300. That's like ridiculous, right? So, and when you look at the singular, what's a guess of how much it'll probably cost? Somebody said 25. It's a lot less. Like 50, like that's an estimate, right? It's not gonna be exact, but the estimate is gonna be a guess, and it will be close. It will be close to how much. Like I said, you don't wanna guess, it's like way off, you know, you wanna guess what it would be about, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start estimating a sum of an answer. A sum is meaning the answer, okay? So for example, I have 25 plus 82. Estimate how much that'll be, but this is how we'll estimate how much that'll be. We round the numbers. That's how we'll do it. So if we round it, 25, when we round 25, it's gonna be rounded to what? 25 is rounded to what number? Okay, so 25, when we round 25, it rounds to what number? 30, and then when we round 82, it rounds to what? Yeah. 80. So this will be an estimate, 30 plus 80, okay? That will be an example of an estimate. So 30 plus 80 would be 110. So that means 25 plus 82, the answer would be somewhere around here, 110. Let's add it up and confirm. So 25 plus 82, 5 plus 2 is 7, 8 plus 2 is 10, 107. That's close, right? That's what estimating is. It's when you make a guess. Yeah. All right, so let's estimate 7 plus 31. Let's round it. So 67 is closer to what 10? Not 80. You skip over 1 is out of 60 and 70. It's closer to 70, and then 31 is closer to what 10? 31 is closer to what 10? 30 or 40? 31? 30. So 70 plus 30 is 100 total. So that means estimating based off rounding, our answer for 67 plus 31 will be somewhere by 100. So let's add it. 67 plus 31, 7 plus 1 is 8, 98, right there. So estimating is a guess. How we do that is we look at what we're adding and we round it first. And based off the rounding, our answer would be somewhere around what we rounded it to. Y'all get what I'm saying? The book will just ask you to do it like this, like the rounding. That's what the book is gonna ask you. It's not gonna ask you to add it up like how I did, but so let me do some more. So okay, let's do 41. 41 plus 27. Okay, let's round them first. What will we round 41 to? 40 or 50? 40. And then 27, will we round it to 20 or 30? So 40 plus 30 will give us 70. So when we round it, estimating our answer for this would be somewhere around 70. That's what we're doing. We're guessing. And how we guess is by rounding it to the nearest 10, and that will help us to get an estimate. That's why I'm adding it up to show you what it will possibly be. 7 plus 1 is 8, 4 plus 68, right there. See, it's close. Watch, get out your book. It's in your book. Page 98 in your book. Your work page 98. I'm gonna show you what it looks like in your book. Yeah. 98 at a work page. Let me see. Yeah, and it's number 3. We did it yesterday. You were here. Yeah, it's number number 2. All right, so let's look at it in your book. So 98A, number 2. Okay, so you can see what I was saying. Come on, guys, get on 98A. 98A. All right, 98. So look at it. Number 2, it says circle the best number of sentences to estimate the sum of 23 and 57. That's what we were doing. So looking at it, would it be 20 plus 50, 20 plus 60, 30 plus 50, or 30 plus 60? Which one, when you round 27? When we round 27, what 10 would we round it to? 27? 27 will round to what? 30. And then 57 would round to what? 60. So 20 plus 60 would be the way we estimate it. Do you see how it says 20 plus 60 equals 80? That's the same thing we just did on the board.
Like this. Oh, they doing all of it already.
Good. Okay, you can go ahead and put your mouth away. Let's go ahead and go up to our reading. We're on page 136. This is our last story. Sorry, 138. Let's go to 138. We'll read about lentil. Yeah. Lentil, 138. Actually, being that thing. Yeah, that's it after this. That's all. Let's go.
And you're not feeling pain. You really need to work in. You can't do these things.
Okay. Lentil, all right, Kinley, do 138 and 139, since we just started 138. That's y'all? If I gotta say it again, you write yours 20 times and I'm not playing. All right, let's go.
In the town of Otto, Ohio, there lived a boy named Linton. Linton had a happy life, except for one thing. He wanted to sing, but he couldn't. It was most embarrassing because when he opened his mouth to try, only strange sounds came out, and he couldn't even whistle because he couldn't pucker his lips. Just like 136.
Okay. All right, so we're introduced to our character Lentil. He's a boy. He's from Alton, Ohio. Right? What did he want to do in life? He wanted to be able to what? He wanted to sing, but could he sing?
No.
Nope. And it was kind of embarrassing when you try it. It wouldn't work out too well for him. Okay, 140. Faith. 140 to 141. Do both.
Oh, I thought
What's your name? What? I need the math.
But he did want to make music, so he saved up enough pennies to buy a harmonica. Lentil was proud of his new harmonica and he started to become an expert, so he played a lot with wherever he could. His favorite place to practice was the bathtub because there the tone was improved on the 100. That's big.
Okay.
But why I got a pillow?
All right, so he couldn't sing, but he still wanted to make music, right? So he saved up enough money to buy him a what? Harmonica. He saved up enough money to buy a harmonica, right? He played it and played it. Where did he like to play it? In the bathroom. All right, Naraya. 142, 143.
He used to play almost all the way to school, down Vine Street to the corner of Main, past the fence house and two which belong to the Great Colonial Cars. Them has the drug store. The barber shop and the Italian library, which was the gift of the Great Colonial Society by the Methodist church through the park and around the soldiers, and soldiers then Lintel would stuff his harmonica into his pocket and take a shortcut up.
So he enjoyed playing the harmonica. It was fun to him. He loved it. Excuse me. Okay. So everywhere he went, he was playing the harmonica. Literally everywhere he went. Everybody knew Linsel would have the harmonica. Okay, let's read 144. Carson, just 144.
The alley behind the hardware, so he would not be late for school. People would smile and wave hello to Lintel as he walked down the street, because everyone in Alto liked Lintel's music. That is everybody but Old Sneak. Old Sneak didn't like much of anything or anybody. He just sat on a park bench and whistled and grumbled.
Okay, so like we said, he would blow the harmonica everywhere. People would smile and wave, right? But did everyone like to hear it? No, but Old Sneap, right? He didn't like anything, but he for sure didn't like hearing Lintel playing the harmonica. Okay, so we'll stop here tomorrow. You'll finish the rest of the story, and we'll also finish the book on tomorrow as well. Okay. All right, you can go ahead and put your book away. Let's go recite. I don't even know. Go recite, social study. What was next? Across the middle. Go over science, social study. Page 61. Page 61 in our science, let's go over the habitat. The ocean habitat is what we've been discussing this week. Yeah, I know everybody talked about that already. Okay, so we visited our first habitat this week, which is the ocean habitat. The ocean habitat is the habitat that is probably the largest because the ocean water covers 70% of the earth. We're on page 61. So 61% of the earth is covered by water. The ocean covers the earth. So the ocean habitat is the largest habitat. The largest animal in the world lives, in that habitat. That's why it has to be that large. The blue whale is the largest animal in the world, and it lives in the ocean habitat. So we discussed how the ocean habitat is a saltwater habitat. There's a freshwater and saltwater. Saltwater means the water is salty. Freshwater, there's no salt in the water. And animals that live in a saltwater habitat cannot live in a freshwater habitat. And same thing, if it's a freshwater animal, it cannot live in a saltwater habitat. So all of the animals that live in the ocean, the whales, the sharks, turtles, all of those animals that live there, those different types of fish, they need that type of habitat. If you take them out of the ocean, the salt water, and put them in a pond, they wouldn't survive because that's not their habitat. Okay, so lakes and ponds and rivers, those are more freshwater habitats. The oceans, like the Atlantic, the Pacific, the Arctic, the Indian Ocean, those oceans are saltwater habitats. Okay, yep, so we went to 62. And we discussed, the different types. So then on 63, we talked about the space. Like I said, the largest animal in the world lives in an ocean habitat. So it needs, and we know the ocean has a lot of space, right? You have thousands of fish, maybe even millions of fish that live in the ocean. Plus you have whales, you have sharks, you have dolphins, seals, sea lions. You have all different kinds of animals that live in the ocean. So of course the ocean is going to be humongous. It will be massive, right? Okay, and then after that we turned and we talked about the food in the ocean. So we said all food chains start with a plant. Kelp is a plant that lives inside of the ocean. It's a very large plant, and the kelp, a lot of animals will feed on the kelp, but also some animals will hide in the kelp forest from other animals, and some animals will hide in the kelp forest to catch other animals, right? And that led us to the food chain where we discussed the predators and the prey inside of the ocean habitat. We know that plants is where it starts. Then we have little krill, or like little fish that will go and eat on the kelp, right? And then you have a bigger animal, maybe a larger fish, or like a seal will come and eat on the fish. And then we have the top predators, which are whales and orcas. They will come and eat on the seals and the fish and all of that, right? But then we discussed the blue whale. They don't eat meat. They'll eat, well, they do eat meat, but they don't eat they don't hunt for like seals and stuff. They eat what's called krill. And krill, they can hatch as thousands at a time. They're a lot at one time. And so whales, what they can do is they can just come and scoop up hundreds of krill at one time and eat them all at one time. So that's why God made the krill to procreate so fast with so many. And God gave, because the blue whale need, right? Look how large he is. Doesn't he need a lot of food to eat at one time? Of course. And so krill is that food that he will eat. On the side? There are others on the side. Yep. So that's how we talked about the food in there. And so then we also discussed how some animals like sharks and whales, they will migrate. Remember, migrating is when they do a seasonal move. They usually migrate in the winter time to go to warmer waters where they'll have their babies. And then whenever summer's over, the winter's over, they'll go back to their other waters where they'll go, and that's where they'll live. So they migrate, they go from different places. That's why you'll see sharks sometimes in certain oceans, and then you won't see them. That's because they're migrating. They go from different places. You can see a shark in the Gulf, then you won't see him again, and he's in the Atlantic. That's just how they travel. That's how they are, okay? All right, so that's it for your science this week, guys, on the ocean habitat. Let's go ahead and discuss your social studies, which we had already learned this lesson. We tested on it already, so it's just going to mainly be a review, okay? So on page 75. On page 75. Yeah, but I'm not doing it on here, huh? I'm gonna show you on the. Yeah, I'm gonna save you, but hold on, get your stuff first. Huh? Yeah, no, yeah, we did. Well, I think that's what I don't remember. Okay, 75. So remember, guys, last week we discussed how America finally had the war for their independence. They won, and now they are free from England. They decided to become one United States together. And then now they're going to decide on a flag. Okay, so on page 75. So after declaring their freedom from England, the people thought, now we need a flag that stands for freedom and a flag that would represent our country. So these were two options that they have. People started to make flags, and you can see this one, An Appeal to Heaven, the Liberty Tree flag, and then Don't Tread on Me. So those were some of the options of flags they had, but they were like, let's get together and let's decide on one flag. So in 1775, Congress, the group of people that make all the laws for our country, they got together and chose some men, and 2 years later in 1777, they decided on a flag. They said, resolve, the flag of the United States would have 13 stripes between red and white, and there will be a field of blue with 13 stars on the blue. So in 76, that's when, y'all remember we did this already. Yeah. Okay, so after they decided on what the flag would look like, they found someone who would sew it together, and her name was Betsy Ross. Now, this is speculated that she sewed the flag, meaning it's not like official that she sewed the flag. It's just a story that she did, but and so they like sewed it together. She pieced, Yeah, and so she sewed the flag together. She had a sewing shop and she sewed it. She did 13 stripes, 7 red and 6 white. And she did the field of blue where you have it had 13 stars at that time because there was only 13 states at that time. Now our flag has 50 stars, but at that time there were only 13 stars at that time, 13 states at that time. So that's why there were only 13 stars. So each color has a meaning. Red means for the courage and strength of those who had fought in the war and died. White means purity because America wants to be a pure country. And blue is for truth because America believes in the word of God and they believe to be a true country. On 77, there is a holiday that is celebrated to honor the flag, and it is called Flag Day. And so Flag Day is celebrated on June 14th. That's the actual holiday, June 14th. And that's a day where they celebrate the flag, June 14th in 1777. And that's because that's when they actually decided on the flag. And so now it's a holiday, actually on the calendar, Flag Day, June 14th. So that's all the tests will be on this week. Pretty simple. So let's go to 79. Let's answer those questions on 79. Have you books? 79. Okay. All right, so number one, how old is our country? It's only 13 years old. Over 200 years old are only 30 years old. Over 200, yeah, that was a long time ago. So over 200 for sure. Okay, number two, what is another name for the 4th of July? Independence Day, Liberty Day, or George Washington Day? Independence Day. We're ready to get out. Okay, number three, who is the seamstress who might have made the first flag? Betty Rogers, Betsy Ross, or Becky Rowland? Betsy Ross. Okay, number four, how many stars were on the first flag? 50, 25, or 13? 13 on the first flag. And number five, how many stripes were on the first flag? Stripes? 13. It was 13 stars, 13 stripes. So number six, when do Americans celebrate Flag Day? On January 14th, June 14th, or July 14th? June 14th. I know, and it was on that page right before that. Thank you. All right, good. So next week we'll start talking about the pioneers and sorry, the War of 1812 is next week. Okay. All right, so that's it. I think that covers everything. Yep. All right.